Meghan's business journey begins not with extravagance or distant corporate ambition, but with something remarkably warm, familiar, and deeply rooted in everyday life. Instead of choosing a product that felt detached from ordinary people, she turned her creative energy towards something that belongs on breakfast tables, afternoon tea trays, family kitchens, and comforting moments across Britain and beyond. Jam. A simple jar, yet one that carries extraordinary meaning. It represents craftsmanship, personality, warmth, and purpose. It is a reflection of identity, rather than merely a commodity placed on a shelf. From the moment Meghan introduced her jam, the response spoke volumes. It did not merely sell, it resonated. The jars disappeared quickly as demand surged, sparking conversation, enthusiasm, admiration, and curiosity. The sale of her jam was not simply a commercial success. It became a cultural ripple, a moment where people stopped and noticed, not just because of who she is, but because of what the product symbolized. It showed creativity, pride in quality, and a connection to tradition blended with modern vision. In a world increasingly dominated by speed, digital transactions, and disposable trends, Meghan's jam brought back the feeling of care, patience, and sincerity. The foundation of this success lies in authenticity. Meghan did not present her jam as a gimmick. She presented it with heart. The product was beautifully designed, thoughtfully produced, and grounded in a sense of homeliness. It reflected warmth rather than extravagance, and care rather than spectacle. People responded because they recognized honesty in it. They did not feel they were simply purchasing something with a famous name on it. They felt they were supporting a genuine business effort, driven by passion, creativity, and purpose. Alongside Meghan in this journey stands Harry. His presence is not loud or overpowering within the narrative of the jam business, but it is deeply significant. He represents support, partnership, and emotional strength. He has walked with Meghan through intense public scrutiny, personal change, and the courage of rebuilding. His belief in her, his encouragement, and his loyalty quietly empower her creative endeavors. The business may be her vision, but it thrives in part because of the strong foundation of unity and trust within their partnership. Harry's role reminds the world that successful ventures are not always driven only by strategy, but also by love, stability, and shared resilience. As Meghan's jam generated interest and admiration, it also inevitably existed within the broader narrative that includes William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, known lovingly as Kate. They represent tradition, royal responsibility, and continuity. Their lives are rooted in duty, public service, and institutional leadership. While Meghan expresses her influence through entrepreneurship, Harry through personal advocacy, William and Kate demonstrate theirs through stability, national representation, and charitable commitment. The contrast between Meghan's entrepreneurial independence and William and Kate's royal dedication does not create conflict. Instead, it illustrates something more meaningful. It shows that influence can exist in many different forms. While William and Kate embody the dignity of tradition, Meghan embodies the power of reinvention and creative enterprise. All of them, in their own way, reflect strength, leadership, and impact, albeit expressed through very different paths. Their collective presence in the cultural landscape shapes conversation about identity, purpose, and the future of public influence. Meghan's jam business, however, extends far beyond symbolism. It carries tangible social, cultural, and economic weight. Within communities, it has sparked admiration for independent business. It has encouraged entrepreneurial spirit, particularly among women who see in Meghan's journey a reflection of possibility. They see someone who faced extraordinary pressure and yet chose to build something heartfelt, original, and dignified. It serves as a reminder that success does not always require enormous corporations, grand infrastructures, or impersonal scale. Sometimes, success grows from something crafted with intention and soul. It also revitalized appreciation for craftsmanship. Jam is not merely food, it is memory, heritage, and comfort. In many British households, jam making represents tradition. It evokes memories of family kitchens, shared recipes, the passing down of skills, and moments of togetherness. Meghan's jam reintroduced that emotional intimacy into modern business conversation. She connected contemporary entrepreneurship with the timeless warmth of tradition, reminding society that progress does not have to abandon heritage. Commercially, the business created momentum. Sales support designers, producers, suppliers, and logistics. Growing demand stimulates economic activity, employment opportunities, and creative collaboration. A well-run business becomes part of a larger ecosystem, contributing to industries, supporting workers, and inspiring other enterprises to take bold steps rooted in authenticity. Culturally, the jam inspired conversation beyond gossip. It shifted focus from controversy or speculation towards creativity, purpose, and positive ambition. Rather than discussing conflict, people discussed craftsmanship. Rather than debating drama, they admired effort. It served as a refreshing shift toward constructive dialogue. Socially, it demonstrated something quietly powerful. It showed that resilience does not always need to roar. Meghan's journey, supported by Harry, reflected perseverance through grace, creativity-born strength, and the courage to redefine purpose. The jam represented confidence without arrogance, ambition without aggression, success without unnecessary noise. And yet, we cannot ignore how William and Kate continue to play their part in this broader landscape. Their calm steadiness, their dedication to service, and their powerful platform show another version of meaningful impact. They represent a life rooted in responsibility, care for the nation, support for charitable causes, and the quiet strength of fulfilling a role that carries history, weight, and public expectation. Their presence ensures continuity, trust, and reassurance for countless people who look to the monarchy for stability. Thus, Meghan's business does not challenge their existence. Rather, it shows how influence in the modern world can branch into many forms. Some influence comes from institutions, some from public platforms, some from entrepreneurship. Yet all, when approached with sincerity and purpose, contribute to culture, community, and humanity in valuable ways. As Meghan's jam continues to flourish, its impact becomes clearer. It has strengthened the idea that business can carry heart. It has inspired dreamers, reassured creators, motivated entrepreneurs, and uplifted communities. It has rejuvenated love for handcrafted quality and reminded society that simple things done beautifully can carry immense power. It proves that public identity does not imprison personal aspiration. Meghan has demonstrated that no matter how public life becomes, one can still build, create, and contribute in deeply authentic ways. Harry reminds us that support and partnership build strength. William and Kate remind us of dignity, stability, and enduring commitment to service. Together, whether directly connected or simply parallel stories within the same era, they illustrate a broader truth about modern life. Influence today is defined not merely by title or role, but by purpose, action, authenticity, and the mark one leaves on others. Meghan's jam is therefore more than a business venture. It is a statement of independence. It is a celebration of creativity. It is a reaffirmation that kindness, quality, and sincerity still matter deeply in the world. And perhaps most beautifully of all, it is a reminder that success does not need to shout. Sometimes it simply spreads gently, sweetly, and meaningfully across lives, much like jam spread across warm toast, offering comfort, warmth, and simple joy. Her business continues to inspire communities, encourage positive aspiration, and showcase that even the most unexpected ideas can flourish when guided by passion, authenticity, and unwavering heart. That is Meghan's impact. That is the strength of her vision. And that is the quiet power of a jar of jam that became much more than anyone expected.